Alright everybody, welcome back. So, we leave off exactly where we left off. So, as you can see, our infantry are taking a bit of a beating, but we're trying to hold them back as long as we can. Abel, Baker, retreat. Abel, report status. Abel, report status. Oh, it looks like they are out of contact. Baker, report status.
All units are withdrawn. Destroyers will provide supporting fire to cover your retreat.
So yeah, let's follow a little bit.
Reporting for duty. Reporting for duty. Will be fine. Everyone be careful and let's get the job done.
Fox, fire barrage at Kilo 10. Fox, fire barrage at Juliet 10. Juliet 10. So as you can see, the voice recognition isn't always accurate, but it's usually pretty good. Okay. Oh, I see. Okay. Fox, fire barrage at Kilo 3. Fox, fire barrage at Golf 3. So as you can see, we lost a Dieppe. Unfortunately, we lost Abel and Baker. Not a good result. So, as you can see at the end, it gives us a report on the battle and who survives. Unfortunately, we lost 2 companies there. So this is the after action report. If you lose units, you have to write letters home to them to tell them of the fate of their family. So this is a sad part of the game. So here, let's write a heartfelt letter. So dear Mrs. Evans, I'm sorry. We regret to inform you that your son was let's say this, that your son was here, I'm gonna cut this part out of the video because it's a bit sad, so I will come back once it is done. Alright, so now that that part's done, let's look through what else is here. So now we can see that there are more reports about what happens in the battle. So if you want, again, you can pause and read any of these. As well as these pictures of things that happened historically. And then there's some more letters about what's going on. Alright, and then there's some movies you can watch as well. So here's a quick movie about the tank landings of World War II. I'll be quiet so you can hear it.
Like all the rest of the Canadian Army, the 1st Army Tank Brigade is going to sea these days. For combined ops is the order of the day, and no amount of training can be too great. There must be perfect cooperation with the Navy, and an understanding of the problems facing the men who bring the landing craft to the assault beaches. LCDs approach the beach, the ramps are lowered and the tanks prepare to move ashore. These are Churchill. The tanks that landed at Dieppe. In one glorious day of battle, they gained valuable experience that helped make the landings in North Africa successful. Dieppe was a great combined ops proving ground. And remember, Jerry, next time we go to stay.
So there. Now you can see that these historical films teach you a little bit about what actually happened at the battles and the results of them. So I think that's pretty cool. Now we can see that there are various other operations that we can do. So here's a training operation. I think this will be a little bit of a shorter episode, so I will not be doing that operation today. However, I will be showing you that we have other things we can do. So here we have the Sicilian campaign, which I won't do today. However, this is the first actual post-tutorial thing we're going to do. So here, if we go back to the main menu here, we can see that there's a bunch of other stuff. So if we go to Archives, now I haven't explored this fully yet, but if we go to Archives, I believe we can see, so we can see all of the films, all of the pictures, and all of the letters that we've accrued, which is pretty cool, I think. So that's what that is, and if you want, I will do an in-depth reading of each of them. I don't know how interesting that will be, but I'll do that. There's also co-op, which is pretty cool. I have done this a little bit with a friend of mine, and essentially in this, it's a regular mission. However, the units you control are divided between 2 players. So it's pretty cool because you can coordinate with your friends to have the best tactical advantage. Down here is the map editor as well, which is pretty cool. You can make your own operations. And based on what I've seen of this game so far, it only features a few fronts of the war. So for example, later on it showcases D-Day and those landings, as well as southern Italy and Sicily. Those are the only 3 fronts that I've seen so far, which I think is a little bit lacking, but that's okay. So I'm going to try to be making some maps, or rather I'm going to try to make some maps to showcase other fronts of the war. Doesn't necessarily mean that those fronts will be historically accurate in terms of the Canadians being there, because this game does focus on Canadian fronts of the war. But I feel like other fronts of the war could be very cool in terms of this concept. So I've already started making them. It's on the Steam Workshop if any of you want to check it out. It's under the name Operation Claymore, which if you want to read about, I would recommend Googling it. But for a brief synopsis, it was the operation of the British landing in Norway in 1941 after the Germans invaded there and they tried to take back some islands in the north. So that's what the thing on the workshop right now is detailing, or at least the first part of that. So I'll be making more maps for that in the future. But yeah, I would like to thank everybody for watching, and I hope you like this game as much as I do. I haven't played much of it, but I look forward to playing it with all of you. So have a great day, everybody. Thank you.